It's Madden NFL 23, and we've got the Giants' rocket-armed quarterback. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Giants and the Commanders next on EA Sports.
That's an afternoon probably best suited for skiing. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's the option play now to the left. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you guys hear about the connections, some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much. But I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish #1, including himself.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. Well, there's two sides here. I guess you could pinpoint and look at the offense and say, oh, man, what a disaster. Hey, the defense, though, they came through.
Preparation's the key to everything, and when you're on the defensive side of the ball and in special teams meetings, you prepare for plays like this, and in this case, they were actually able to win it.
Back back to throw again. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
What a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. Now a first carry here for Robinson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 129 yards, and he threw a touchdown in there for good measure.
One thing I do know, teams in the NFL don't treat this like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. It's been mentioned all week long about going out and getting him the rushing total. He'll see the ball, and he'll see it often.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45. Looking to throw. Completion here to Claypool. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season, because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Robinson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
On the give, here's Robinson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Able to hit his target, Lamb.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And he'll go right back to Lamb. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just get the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders.
It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
From the 6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
He has enough for the 1st down on the keeper, a gain of 6.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Left side, he's got Robinson.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line.
A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Really good coverage all the way upfield. It took away his intended lead and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field.
A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
2nd and 1. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Kayvon Thibodeaux. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the 1st quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. You call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, I can spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2nd and 5. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? A first down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's 2nd and 8. He's got Slayton on the slant. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And they run the option on 2nd down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Back to throw here. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. He hit his first, this one from 38. Sly able to put this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And the Washington offense going back to work. Still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense. A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Robinson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Give to Robinson on the option. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Back to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Here's Robinson. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 2nd and 9 now. Being chased out left. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now out come the Giants. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get foot. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They're going to look to throw. This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Robinson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Chase Claypool with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Now for the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A handoff to Barkley on the option.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Barrett. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That ball caught by Slayton.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. 10 more there and another 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Back to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, in a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick 6, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derek Stingley picks it. Intercepted by Washington. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He's going deep for Brown. Touchdown! Marquise Brown, 50 yards. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. He completes it to Beckham. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll look to throw again. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And now here is another interception. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Commanders are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, They certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Commanders, they have indeed reached a perfect 16-0, but now still one game remains before they join the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to finish a regular season unbeaten.